Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I take my pictures in Royale and what shaders I use, and I'm going to be giving you guys all the tips. I am super excited for this video, so already hit the like button and subscribe, and let's get started. This video has been requested for quite a while now. A lot of you guys have asked me how I take my pictures, what shaders I use, and so many more questions regarding the pictures that I take. If you are wanting to see the pictures that I do take, make sure to check out my Instagram. Everything is linked down in the description. I will start out by saying that this is, of course, a tutorial on how to take pictures on a laptop, on a computer. Okay, this is not for mobile. There are no shaders for mobile currently, sadly. However, if you guys want me to do a tutorial on how to take good pictures on mobile, please let me know and I can totally bring that in. And without further ado, let's already get into it. The shaders will change depending on what realm you are in and what lighting is there, because you will need certain shaders to help with the lighting. So I'm going to go ahead and start by showing you guys the shaders that I use here on Earth. Okay, so they are the ones that I'm using right now, and I'm going to be showing you guys which ones they are. If you guys would like me to do a video on how to download the shaders, please let me know. It's not very hard, but I can totally do a video for you guys. I usually like to stay on the glossy area. There are some really great shaders on Royale High, for example, or Royale Low. I just personally prefer using the glossy because it's just so much easier, and I just change back and forth from the shaders that I use. Alright guys, so of course I go ahead and I always use the SSR shader. I'm not sure what this would be called, to be honest with you, but I really love it. It's what allows for that reflection on the ground to be there, like that glossy look. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it so you guys see the difference. As you can see, it's not glossy anymore. It makes a lot of a difference. Next, I use this MX80 one because it adds the shadows. As you can see, it adds that other, like that more professional look with the lighting. It's great. However, if you're in a dark place, I would totally advise you to remove this. The next one I really like to use on a place with lighting like this is the Blooming HDR, and this just makes the colors pop a lot more. So as you can see, like when I take it off, the colors are a lot more calm. So that's what it looks like, a lot more vivid, like a lot better, in my opinion. And of course, you're probably wondering what I use for the background. I really like using the cinematic one. It's just a really light blur. However, there is another one called Focal that a lot of people like. This one right here makes the background a lot more focused. There is the autofocus one that will like autofocus. It's literally what it says. But I personally prefer the cinematic one because I don't really like my background to be that blurry. I just really like it like this. I also use another shader that is a color correction shader. It's this one right here, correct color, because without it, the picture sometimes can look a little orange. It doesn't make that much of a difference here, but in places like the apartments, it makes a huge difference. So I do really like using it. Here it makes it a little bit warmer, like in other places it can make it cooler. It really does make a huge difference. Those are the shaders I use on Earth. Now, they differ in different realms, of course, but those are the ones I like using on Earth. Of course, when I go take my picture, I like using the Magic 8-Ball because it does add a little bit of a more quality to the picture. And, of course, don't ever forget to turn up your graphics quality all the way up. And what you want to do when you have your Magic 8-Ball, I will say this, is you don't want to just use the W, A, and D, like to move the Magic 8-Ball around. When you find that, like, for example, you like this position that it's in, but you want it a little bit closer, I would actually use your mouse to zoom in the picture because that adds so much quality. As you can see, like this looks really great. But with the W and S, like it just wouldn't look as sharp and great. It adds a little bit of a finish to the picture, which is really nice. As to taking pictures, it's always the same thing. Magic 8-Ball, zoom in, put in the angle that you like, make sure you're focused, of course. The shaders are what changes, and I'm going to be showing you guys what changes I make in different realms. So for now, let's go ahead and teleport to the apartments. Alright guys, here we are in the apartments, and while you can see it still looks really great, the shaders are still really great, I'm still using the same shaders that I was on Earth, the picture can be a little bit dark, so I will give you a couple of tips on how to help like the color of the image. The first tip being, try to find the best spot, like with the best lighting. Like this place right here seems to be really great, like it has a lot of light. It's still a little bit dark, but of course, it can't be perfect, but it's still really great. Another place I really like is around here, I believe, like around the elevators, because the light is still pretty good here, but it is still a little bit dark. And when you have hair like me with like a really big like bangs hanging over the top of your head, it is going to be even darker because of the shadows. So of course, one of the shaders that I will be removing is the 𝕍𝕚𝕕𝕖 that I was showing you guys before. Right here, this one. And as you can see, the shadow immediately disappeared from my face. There is still a little bit of a shadow, but that's because of graphics quality. You can choose to lower your graphics quality. The quality of the picture just might not be that amazing, but you can choose to do that. However, for some shaders, you can of course remove this one and the lighting will be different. I personally still really like it here. I like the warm, cozy vibes that it gives. And I also really like in the apartments to add the ambient light filter. As you can see, it's like it added a completely new like color of light. I don't know, like it's a white light now and it helps see your face. So that one helps a lot. And of course, if you remove that one, the lighting is even better. But I really like this, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. I usually leave it when I'm taking my pictures. If you want, of course, the background to not be unfocused, you can go ahead and remove it. I did take some without the cinematic shader because I did really enjoy looking at the tree like in the background of my picture, and it was just really great. But in terms of shaders, I'm pretty sure that is the only one I use differently. And I sometimes like to add this radiant one, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference in my opinion. I can't see that much of a difference. I think it adds some in the background right there. But I would say that the ambient light one will be the best one that you can add for the lighting. There are some great spots in this lobby to take pictures, so if you guys would like me to make a video showing you guys where are the best places in this update to take pictures, please let me know down in the comments and I can totally do that video. One last tip I will give you about the apartment lobby is there are some lights on the ground right here on the floor. If you stand directly in front of the light, it will add a lot of lighting to your face like that. You just have to find like the perfect spot to be, because you of course don't want it to be too light like that. That looks really great. It adds a little bit of light to your face. It's not very dark anymore. And of course, it works both ways, like it works any direction. So if you want to take a picture like with the tree as a background, that works as well. And don't forget that pose that you choose will also add a lot of value into your picture. So like if I chose one like this, like I'm looking sideways, of course that will not help me. But if I was looking forward, maybe that would help a little bit. Like, look at that. That looks really great. Let me go ahead and put the magic 8 ball so you guys can see the difference. Alright guys, and as you can see, this is what the picture looks like. It looks really great. The quality is perfect. The lighting is also really great. I'm not trying to like give myself compliments. I'm just trying to show you guys that it is possible to get great lighting in the apartments. And of course, it is sometimes great to have that little dark vibe going in your picture. It looks really great. I took a couple. I will have them posted in the community tab or also on my Instagram, so make sure to check that out. Alright guys, for the apartments, it is pretty much the same shaders and looking for the lighting, so I'm not going to go ahead and teleport to the apartments because it is the same shaders that I'm using right here. The next spot I'm going to show you actually works great for various realms. So Sunset Island will actually help you out in Diamond Beach, Beach House, and Fantasia Hotel. The lightings are pretty similar in my opinion, and the shaders that I use are not very different. Alright, here we are in Sunset Island. I will say I am so glad that the Halloween update is out of Sunset Island because I just love the way it looks regularly. So let me go ahead and show you the shaders that I use here in the realm. Alright guys, so in this realm, the first shader that I really like to use is the colorfulness one. when I remove that shader, you can see that it just takes away a lot of the colors. So let me add it again. Like, just look at how vibrant the colors look. It's amazing. I personally really love it. Also, there are a lot of fun shaders that I'm just not showing in this video because they're the ones that I regularly use. I'm just trying to show you guys how to get a great picture. But if you'd like, I can totally do a second video on like these different shaders because they are literally so fun to play with. Like, look at this one. No, wait, which one was it? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, this one. Look at that. It just adds such a completely different look. So there are a lot more like that. There's one like that makes your background completely black and white. So let me know if you guys want me to bring in that video. I always use the SSR one. I never take it off. I personally just really love the look that it gives to everything, literally. Like, I just love that look. As you can see, it takes away like from it. You can add this one back depending on where you are. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that to your discretion. You can choose. The blooming HDR one is also really nice, but it depends on what you're going for. If you want that, like, for it to add more color to something already so colorful, you can totally go ahead, and you want that the warm like vibes. If you're taking like a summer picture, I would totally add the gloomy HDR. I do always use the cinematic one, like always, because I do like the blur on my background, and I just think it makes it look so much more professional. So I do always add that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. And this is what it looks like. Let me go ahead and position. And this is what it looks like. Look at all that color. Like, it just adds so much to it. It looks so great. I personally really love taking pictures in Sunset Island. And like I said, these shaders are pretty much used in Sunset Island, Diamond Beach, Beach House, and Fantasia Hotel. I pretty much use the same shaders in these spots. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you in Royale High, and then of course Enchanted High is also pretty similar to Campus 2, but there are a little bit of a difference, so I will show you the difference. So let's go ahead and teleport to Campus 2. Alright guys, here I am in Royale High. A lot of you guys seem to really like it when I took the picture here, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you the shaders that I use. It is currently nighttime, so this may make a difference. However, the shaders probably won't make too much of a difference. I probably won't change too much the shaders that I usually use. Alright guys, so as always, I am still using the SSR one. I might remove this one since it's nighttime, but I still don't think it makes too much of a difference, and I do like the way it makes my face look, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I did remove the Bloomy HDR just because it's night, because it does make it a little bit like darker. However, if you like this vibe, like the really colorful vibe and the dark sort of vibe, then you're going to like this. I also like adding the ambient light one when it's nighttime. It adds such a cute little shade to the school, and I just think it looks great. Always using the cinematic one. You can go ahead and remove that one if you prefer. It will look really great. Now it's daytime, so it's not really helping me out, and I'm still using the colorfulness one. But this will look great at night and daytime. So since it's now daytime, I would probably remove this one and just look towards the sun. Personally, oops, let me get off my magic 8 ball. I would just personally like look towards the sun. So like, for example, the sun's coming out over there. Let's say, like, I literally can't see properly, but okay, the sun's coming out over there. And let me go ahead and place it so you guys can see. And this is what it looks like. The sun is like shifting, so it's not really helping me out right now. I would totally suggest that you wait until the sun like fully comes up for you to take the picture, but this is what it looks like. I know the background is not great right now because of where the sun is, but the lighting is great. Let me show you guys the difference with and without shaders. So this is without the shaders completely. As you can see, it's quite colorless. And then as soon as I add the shaders, just look at the amount of vibrance that the color has, like the background, like everything looks really great with the shaders. I personally really like it. And this is how I would take the picture. Alright, now that the sun is sort of like up now, this is what it looks like with the school as a background. I really like the little bridge over there, so I used it as a background as well right now. And with my pose, I personally really love this. I just really find it cool and fun to work with. Of course, if I remove the colorfulness shader, it will look a little bit different. As you can see, it's less vibrant. It still looks really beautiful. And let's go ahead and remove the blooming HDR. Like, I just do really enjoy more color in my pictures. If you don't, that's completely fine. And it still looks great. Again, the shaders work pretty much the same in Enchanted High, so now I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what they look like in Divinia Park and what shaders I use in Divinia Park, now that it's back to normal. I don't think they'll be adding a Christmas update there anyway, so let's go ahead and check. I personally really love the Divinia already here. Literally one of my favorite realms to take pictures in. It's so cute and pink. The first tip I'm going to go ahead and give you guys is always look for patches of light, like if you want to take a picture along this bridge, because it is usually quite dark. But if you still like the dark, sort of, you can like take your picture here. It will still look great. Let me go ahead and show you guys with shaders. This is what it looks like. It does look pretty great. Now, I personally would try to add the ambient light. It doesn't make too much of a difference, and I would definitely remove this one. And I, of course, this time would add the colorfulness shader. I just think it looks so great. And the blooming HDR one might be nice if you want that little bit of darker, like that vignette sort of. It looks really great. So you can go ahead and choose whichever one you prefer. I personally really like this. I think it looks really cute. So I would personally add that. Divinia is a little bit of a harder place to take pictures in because everywhere you go there's different lighting. So for example with the fountain, oh my gosh, did they update the fountain? It looks so pretty. It will look different. So like in some places there's just too much lighting, in some places there is hardly enough lighting. So it will change depending on where you are. Here I would go ahead and use the exact same shaders as I did on the bridge. Just look at how cute this looks. I absolutely love this. I'm totally taking this picture too. I literally love taking pictures by the fountain. I just think it looks so cute. I'm gonna go ahead. Oops. See, look at the difference without the shaders. It does still look pretty nice, but the shaders add so much life to it, and then I just think it looks really great. I'm gonna go ahead and take the screenshot because I think it looks so cute. On a spot like this with so much lighting, I would definitely remove the ambient light shader and the blooming HDR because it just adds way too much lighting. If you like a lot of lighting, this is for you then, like this is perfect. I would keep this. I personally prefer it without it, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove it. This is what it looks like without it. And I'm still using the colorfulness one because I do still like that bright color that it adds. So I'm going to, oops, wrong one. So I'm still going to go ahead and keep that on. I think it looks really great. Oh my gosh, why do I keep doing this? And of course, I'm still keeping the cinematic on. I always keep the shader on, like I never take it off. But if you like the background to not be blurry, then go ahead and take it off. I personally really like it like this. So these are the shaders that I use here. Those two sets of shaders. It depends on whether it's a dark spot or a light spot. And this is what it looks like with me having posed. And this is what the picture would turn out like for me. I personally really like it. I also like it. I like zooming in the picture as well like that. I think it looks really great and it adds so much to it. But alright guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And please don't forget to let me know if you guys would like me to bring in a separate video on the best Christmas spot locations to take pictures in Royale. And of course, so many fun shaders that you can be using, like the shader that I showed you guys in Sunset Island. But alright, that is going to be it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!